The internet reacted quickly to the attacks in Brussels. The hashtag #GSuiBrussels was trending on Twitter, meaning I am Brussels. Facebook has activated its safety check feature so users can let friends know they're safe, but these responses are reactive. Many cyber experts argue we should use technology to be proactive, and in some cases we could stop attacks before they even happen. Joining me tonight, John McAfee, cybersecurity expert and presidential candidate. Mr. McAfee, great to have you back with us again tonight.
It's great to be here.
You bet. What role should cybersecurity play, if any, in stopping these terror attacks before they take place? Are there protocols in place that would be able to be mobilized here?
Well, what has happened today is indicates an inexcusable lapse in cybersecurity on behalf of the U.S. and its allies. We are so far behind countries like China and Russia. We are worried about intercepting conversations in order to find terrorists. What are the chances of that, of the billions of people in this world? The Chinese have a technique, and at the risk of boring your users, I'll just use the title, using point set topology and Boolean algebra that looks for anomalies in all conversations. For example, if you're a terrorist leader, no one's going to be calling you. You're going to be calling them, and they'll be calling their subsets and so on. When an order is given or a decision is made, if a leader will call 5 or 6 people, then almost immediately each of them will call 5 or 6 people, and so on down the chain. This would be noticed instantly by the Chinese cybersecurity systems. They would then tap those phones with additional software to listen and watch, and within a matter of minutes, the Chinese agents in that country would round everybody up before they could even buy the duct tape to tape the bombs to their body. We are in the dark ages here in America. We need to wise up and we need to smarten up. We are so worried about listening to people, being able to get into someone's lives, that we're missing the bigger picture. And it is only by looking at the bigger picture that you can stop terrorism. This should have been noticed within 5 minutes of the idea first germinating in someone's mind, and it was not.
So as a presidential candidate and a cyber security expert, you would change things if you had the call on this.
Oh, absolutely. We need a far more coherent strategy, and we need a far more advanced strategy. The Chinese started in 1979 with their cybersecurity systems. We need to add modern mathematics. We need to add, actually, we need to add the hackers of the world. The Chinese and Russians actually recruit from the criminal organizations in the hacker community. I'm not saying we should do that. But we have here in America white hat hackers, hundreds of thousands of them. I go to DEF CON every year. I keynoted DEF CON a year and a half ago. There are 50,000 people of the smartest hackers in the world. If I were running the government, I would put up a booth saying, we are hiring. We don't care what you look like. We don't care if you have a mohawk or 10-gauge earrings or a tattooed head.
Yeah, but of course,
we will accept you.
We run into privacy issues, and we have that struggle, and that is the conversation on Capitol Hill right now. Can we find the balance?
But it's not a privacy issue. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah.
The Chinese government does not care about security. They have an office of, doesn't care about encryption. Okay. They have an office of encryption. They specifically exclude cell phones, computers, laptops. Why? They don't care. They're looking at the bigger picture. You can't stop terrorism by listening to people's conversations. It requires a global approach and a global math system that can find anomalies that points you to the terrorists. That's what I'm trying to say.
All right. John McAfee, certainly a tremendous resource to us here at RT. I really appreciate your time tonight. Thanks so much.
Thank you for having me on.
You bet.